Alright, what do we got? What do we got here? Avoid flood in the city. Medium, your country has an infinite number of lakes. Initially, all the lakes are empty, but when it rains over the nth lake becomes full of water. If it rains over a lake that is full of water, there will be a flood. Your goal is to avoid floods in any lake. Given that your array rains, where rains I is greater than 0 means that there will be rains for the rains I lake. Rains I equals 0 means there is no rains this day, and you can choose one lake this day to try it. Return an array answer where answer length equals rains dot length answer I equals -1 if rains I is greater than 0. Answer of I is the lake you choose to dry if the ith day in the ith day if rains at I equals 0. Okay, so if it doesn't rain, then you can choose to dry a lake. If there are multiple valid answers, return any of them. If it's impossible to avoid flood, return an empty array. If it rains over a lake that is full of water, there will be a flood. Full of water. So rains on their n lakes. So this means that it rains on lake 1, lake 2, lake 3, and lake 4. After the first day, pool lakes are 1. After the second day, full lakes are 2. After the third day, full lakes are 3. After the fourth day, full lakes are 4. There's no non-raining day. There's no day to dry away a lake, and there is no flood in any lake. Because it doesn't rain on the same lake, I guess. Output is -1, -1, because there was no non-raining day. If it's impossible to avoid flood, return it to you. So rains on lake 1, rains on lake 2, no rain, no rain, rain on lake 2, rain on lake 1. So you need to empty lake 2 and you need to empty lake 1. After the first full day of lakes are 1, 1, 2, dry lake 2. You could also have tried lake 1 and then dry 2 instead of 2, 1. Yeah, 1, 2 instead of 2, 1. Rain, it is not possible because full lake 1, full lake 2, no rain, and dry lake 1, then lake 2 is going to get full or flood. This is kind of a weird setup. So the lake just becomes either full or flooding. The lake becomes full or flooding. Interesting. So if the lake is full, then next time, then if it would flood, then any non-rain day between when it would flood when it was full and when it would flood, it needs to have a drying. And this seems like a greedy approach would work. You don't really care. You don't really care. greedy approach would work in the sense that it's always correct to choose a lake that would flood, but then there's there's multiple non-rainy days, then you want to choose the non-rainy day that is closest to the day that would flood. I think that would work. The non-rainy day that is closest to the flood. Definitely don't want to choose it to be the farthest away. Interesting. So that's why you choose 2 here in general. It would flood up this 2 and this 2's. So I guess the other way that you can think about it is you choose the lake that is closest to the flooding lake. Choose the lake that's closest to the flooding lake. Seems like a heap. I think for each lake I want to keep track of what days it rains on it. Yeah. Keep track for each lake. Track days it would rain. So I think infinite number of lakes. Rains at I can equal 10 to the 9th. I guess I probably want to use the default dictionary. So I think I'll call this rain on lake. Default dictionary. This will be, the key is lake, and it'll be default dictionary of a list. The value is list of days it gets rained on. And then for every, I think I need to know the index, right? So n is equal to the length of rains for n in range, or let's say day in range of n. The lake is rains at this day, and then rain on lake using the days, using the lake as the key, append whatever day this is. And then I want to keep track of when it floods, or what the next day that would flood on. Okay, so I think I need to this will track tuples of day and lake when a lake would next flood. So I think I need, I wonder if I could also use a deck rather than I can either use an index into each. I want to pop. I want to go from I want to reverse the list for each guess, because I want to start popping the days off of the list front to back. I could use a def. Guess I could just use a deck. Pop left. Okay. So for every day in range n, the lake is range of this day. Oh wait, if the lake is 0, then this is not going to rain. If lake not equal to 0. So let me think about this. I guess I probably need to know if the current lake is, if there's water in the current lake. The lake is full. There's a default dictionary of Boolean. I guess that probably starts with false. Initially false. Okay, returns false. Yeah. Okay. So for each day, if it is an actual lake, that is not 0. So actually I would say if lake not equal to 0, then there's just no, it's just automatic, right? I either make it flood or make it full. If lake is full for this lake, then return an empty array, else lake is full for this lake is equal to true. And I think this needs to pop. It needs to remove this current day from that lake. Okay, I think I need this to be a deck. With parentheses. Default dictionary. Without parentheses. Okay. I penned, and this should be the top of that deck. So lake is rain on lake, or that lake should pop left. And then if it is a non-raining day, then I need to do the most optimal thing for this, which is to consider the heap. Okay, so I need to take the top of the heap. So day D and K for lake is heap pop from the heap. So this is the earliest day. And this should be a later day than the current day. Otherwise it should have returned an empty array before this. So this takes earliest lake that is full. So I should say lake is full for this lake is now false. And then what? And then I should pop the rain on lake for that lake. Pop left on that. Or is it already popped? What is so 1, 2 rain on lake is full for 1 is true, lake is full for 2 is true. And the heap should have added lake is full for this lake is true. Lake not equals. Rain on lake pop left. Okay, yeah, this thing right here needs to add this something to the heap. So the current raining on this lake is already there. So I think I need to peek at the top of that lake. Next day should be rain on lake for this lake at 0. Top of the queue. And then heap push onto the heap the next day for this lake and this lake. And then D, K, heap pop. Takes the next day when it's full. Pretend to empty the lake. And then remove the next. Is it going to remove it or not actually? When would I want to remove? When would I want to remove it? Because when it rains on the lake is when it pops it. So I guess I don't need to remove it here. Only when I rain on the lake do I pop it. Yeah. And then I need to have an answer array. And the answer array appends whatever lake I'm emptying right now. Otherwise, the answer array appends -1. And then turn the answer array. Index out of range. Next day, rain on lake for this lake at 0. Okay, guess I should probably peek into what it's giving me. So lake 1 rains on day 0, lake 2 rains on day 1, 3 day 2, 4 day 3. Seems fine. This assumes that there's another day, huh? Pop left. I guess I can maybe make a dummy. Or I guess I can just do if there is another day here that ever gets rained on, if rain on lake for this lake, if that still is non-empty. Yep. Okay. Index out of bounds. 69,000,69. Interesting. So it should have 69 then 0. It should be fairly obvious that it should be possible. I see. It's just too many options or not enough things to do. So if there is a heap, then do this. Guess I can do else if heap. If there is nothing on the heap though, then it should append a -1, right? Else, yeah, this should be if heap, do this, then there should be another else answer append -1. I need to fix this logic, this looks pretty bad. Oh boy. Huh. It's doing 1 and 1. What does that mean? (169) answer at I equals -1 if rains at I is greater than 0. Oh, I guess I just need to do anything arbitrarily. Yeah. Interesting. pretty slow looking. Pretty slow looking. Okay, so there probably is another way to do this without heap, I want to say. Wonder. So you have a bunch of raining days. I wonder if you can have like a heap where you go through just the How would you do this? 1, 2, 2, 1. You just kept track of the What if you just kept track of the outstanding? If you just kept track of the one, two. So let's say you had water filling lake 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you had something like that. One, two, three, four. Kept track of the number of no rain days. And then you kept track of the sequence of times where you would fill in, or where you would normally flood a lake. So you kept track of the fact that the first lake that you would flood is a 1, then the next one that you flood is the 2. So you kept track of the order of flooding that would occur if you didn't clear lakes. And the order of flooding that occurs would be the correct order of clearing lakes on the no rain days. So how would you keep track of the order of flooding, I guess? What's a track order of flooding? Which would be maps to same order of emptying lakes on non-flood days, or on non-rainy days. I guess you could just have a default dictionary of booleans, toggle it to on if it would, toggle it to on if it would become full, toggle it to off if it would flood. But then you would assume that there's a clearing, so it becomes, or clearing before that flooding, so it stays full because there was a clearing, and then the next time it would flood, it now just become full. Yeah. And how would you know that? How would you know? How would you know that there is no correct answer? I guess you could keep track of the number of no. So this is just so how to know when impossible. So here it's something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Let's say 1, 2, 4, or 2, 3, 4. So if I go through the array, ignoring the no rain days, I know that the correct order of clearing it would be literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. I would need to clear the 1 because that's the earliest thing to flood. Clear the 2, clear the 3, clear the 4, clear the 2, clear the 3, clear the 4. Okay, and if the no rain days were like, I don't know, something like that, how would I know? Like, how would I know? I could store for each thing that I'm clearing the day that I would need to clear it by. The day that I would need to clear it by. And then the no rain day needs to occur before then. Or I could keep track of the number of no rain days up to a certain index. And if the flooding, so if this is 3 no rain days, there's 3 no rain days, then the third clearing needs to be after that third no rain day. Okay. Okay. I think this might be faster. Doesn't involve a heap. Yeah, there's no heaping here, so it should be faster. Um, clear, or say flood order, which is the same thing as clear order. This could be a list, I guess. N is the length of the number of days for each day in the range of n. Need the is full as a default dictionary of Boolean. The P is the lake. The value is if lake is full. So for every day in range n, the lake is the rains of this day. If not is full for this lake, then is full for this lake is true. Else I'm going to have the flood order append the tuple that is this lake and this day. And this is only if the lake is not 0. Otherwise, if the lake is 0, then no rain counter is gonna increment by 1. No rain counter equals 0 initially. And I can do a verification here. The no rain counter should be, actually I think I can probably make something where the answer is initially -1 times what here? Times the number of days n. So I guess I can maybe decrement the counter for no rain. If there is raining, then no rain decrements by 1. I think if there is a full lake. What is this? What is this doing? So the no rain stuff increments by 1. The no rain stuff increments by 1. Maybe no rain days. I'll have a list of those days actually. So no rain increments by 1, no rain days, pens whatever day this is. So what am I trying to do here? 1, 2, 3, 4. That sets the is full to true for each of those lakes. This one sets the no rain counter to 1 and appends day like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Appends day 4 to the list of no rain days. 4, 5, 6, no rain goes up to 3. When does this 1? When it does that 1, then it should probably just take the first no rain day from the list and put this lake into that day. So I don't need to actually have flood order append. Okay. So I'll have a used index. That index is initially at 0, maybe. So I think maybe I'll say as long as if used is less than the actual no rain count, or if the use is greater than or equal to the no rain count, then just is not possible. Otherwise, do something where use increment here. And what I'm going to use is the rain index, which is going to be answer at or the no rain day is going to be no rain days at the used index. And then the answer at the no rain day is equal to what? Is equal to whatever lake is at the top here. Yeah, that's right. Here's the minor thing about the 6900069. Not sure what's going to happen here. So for this day, if there is a lake that gets, if there isn't, this is going to be, if there is a lake that gets rained on. So for that day, there should be -1 put in. -1 is the answer there. No rain plus equals 1. There's nothing raining on that day. And then append this day. Yeah, okay, I see it. I think it just means that at the very end there's going to be some unused days. So while used is less than the no rain, the no rain days, the no rain days at this used index. Answer for this no rain day is going to just equal arbitrarily 1. I think that might be it. Probably get rid of flood. Well, definitely get rid of some of this stuff. Oh, shucks. 0, 1, 1. It's not possible, huh? Which I didn't recognize. Oh, God. 0, 1, 1. Okay, let me think about this. It rains on this thing. So yeah, don't have enough information to determine that this is happening. Keeping track of which days this has no rain, and then I'm kind of greedily assigning a lake to clear, even though the lake hasn't been rained on at all. And this could probably occur in multiple ways, this error. Maybe I do need to have more information being tracked here. So, like if this is X, is the no rain day. The order of clearing is still this, but this needs to be after when the first rain occurs on that, for that thing. And then if one occurs again later on, like one occurs here, then it needs to be a no rain day that clears it is between when the previous clearing occurs, when the lake is last rained on. Oh, shucks. That really complicates it. So this is the correct order of clearing. That's the correct order of clearing. No, that's not true actually. Because I might need to clear like this non-rainy day. I'm surprised this didn't actually. Yeah, I guess my previous solution did handle this case. So this thing clears it, and the heap currently has just 2, 3, and 1. Hmm. 3 and 1. Actually, I'm kind of surprised my other solution actually handled this case. This case doesn't seem obvious. 2 needs to clear here. The next 2 is there. So the next 2 needs to be 2 full, cleared, 2 is now full, cleared, 2 is now full. This is incorrect. There'd be some really fast solutions. If there are this fast solutions, then it seems like it should be some sort of linear approach. Linear approach. So 1, 2, 3. One gets flooded, or 1 gets full, 2 gets full, 3 gets full, 4 gets full. This no rain day, I need to figure out which of my full lakes would get flooded next. So go here and say 1. Well, how do I know that there's nothing full here? Guess I can do it on the fly. 1 is full, 2 is full, 3 is full, 4 is full. But then on the fly, I don't know what that is here. So I could say that there's nothing that I can say here there's nothing. Here I can say record this day to be cleared. Record this day to be cleared. 1. So I go to this day and make it 1. Add this to be the days that where I can empty something. Clear 2 here. Add this to day. Clear 3 here. But if it's something like this, let's say it's can't just go to the earliest day and say 1 clear here, 2 cleared on this day, 2 cleared on this day because that's too early. Yeah, it's too early. Oh. Okay, well, I think this is as deep as I'm going to go right now. So I'll submit this kind of weak solution, mid solution. Alright, let's go. I'll do a write-up for this one and then ponder if there's another thing I can think of. Okay, so for this solution, what's going on here? Pen -1, pen a dummy. Okay, so this one, okay, so for this summary, this is going to be track, okay, for each lake, track list of days it gets rained on. This is actually, this is a list, this is more like a double-ended queue. Keep a heap of tuples of day lake to track the earliest next flooding lake, and then iterate over the days pending to the answer array for a day that rains on a lake. Also, use a default dictionary tool to track to map the full status for each lake for a day that rains on a lake. If lake is already full, return false, return impossible, which is the empty array. Otherwise, set lake to full and add the tuple for its next rain day to the heap for a day that is not raining. Take from the heap earliest lake to be flooding and add and clear that lake. Also add, which is set its status to not full, and add its lake number to the answer array for this day. Alright, so if the lake is full if it does rain on a day, which is the lake number is not 0 for that day, yeah, if it's already full, it's impossible to clear. Otherwise, the lake becomes full. Remove that kind of lake day from the queue for that lake. Change or add to the heap the information for that next flooding day for that lake. Otherwise, if it is a no rain day, if there is something to be clearing from the heap, then remove that from the heap. Otherwise, just this is an arbitrary. Clear an arbitrary lake. Guess I could possibly do else if heap here, else append. Let me think. Yeah, I think I can do else if heap here. Alright, then complexity, this should be O of n log n, where n is the number of days. Because each day is possibly interacting with the heap, where heap insertion or heap pushing an item is O of log n or log k, where k is the size of the heap. And then space complexity, this is going to be O of n for the heap. See if this still works correctly. Still has the same speed, I think. Yeah, gotta think of something better. But too tired right now.